Jeff Choate back once again with Bobcat Insider. I'm joined today by men's ski team Australian legend Louis Muhlen-Schulte. Louis,
where do we start?
Well, I'll tell you where we start. I've been bugging you about this Australian rules football thing for quite a while.
Yeah.
And you talk a big game when I see you down in the weight room about how you're this amazing, punter guy that could come out and really transform Bobcat football.
It's in 50-yarders.
I know, and yet I have not seen you out there one time.
You can't push the practice. You got to keep it. You got to keep the practice minimal. Keep it organic, and then you just go out and hit a big couple.
Yeah, I'm good with organic. That's fine. But we don't need you there long. We only practice punt like 5 minutes a day, so. I think we could probably fit that into your schedule, right?
We could probably
squeeze that in. Okay, that's good. That's
Monday,
good.
Friday, or what do we think?
I probably need you there every day for 5 minutes. But you gotta get warm too.
Warm. Warm's a relative term.
Well, here's what
relative
you do.
term.
I'm gonna tell you what you do. You run some stadiums, because that's your condo.
Yeah.
So you get a little condo, and they'll be like, "Hey, Louis, let's go. We're punting."
All right,
and you come down, we'll roll.
5 minutes there.
Yeah, there you go. I think we've had a breakthrough.
We can do it.
This is big time. The other thing I want to talk to you about is your inability to convert metric to US. Earlier we were talking about the highest ski hill in Australia.
Yeah, 1,900 meters.
1,900. Now, see, he's making stuff up now. It went from 1,800 meters to 1,900 meters.
It depends how tall you are as a person.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. So we're I don't know. I don't. Can somebody do the conversion on that? What do we got?
6,233 feet.
So
6,000. I was only 3,000 feet off.
Little over 6,000 feet, right? Okay. What's Bridger Bowl? Do you know? Do you know what Big Sky is?
Nah.
Okay, so
I ski at both of them regularly.
Yeah, you should probably know that. Do you have one of those cool watches that has elevation on it?
Yeah. Oh, it's 1,700 meters right now.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right now. So
that's right now.
Bridge is probably what, 1,900, 2,000?
I don't know. I'm talking about feet, not meters. So.
Oh, I'm talking meters. We're not even on the same page.
I know. Hey, we got to speak the same language, man.
Jeez.
So anyway, but it's got to be kind of cool to come from a continent where skiing is probably a novelty. Right? It's not 100%. A mainstream sport to come to a place like Bozeman that is Ski Town, USA, man.
For sure.
Tell me about that. How does that fit into your lifestyle?
It's definitely a different experience. It's like nothing else. I think you go from being, one of a couple hundred on the hill on a prime day to here where it's like one of a couple hundred on like any given Tuesday. We'll be up there training and there's like so many people up there stoked on skiing, stoked on the sport, and it's really fun to actually come across and experience because it's so different to what I get at home.
Yeah, that's got to be awesome, man. So,
yeah.
And I think it's kind of cool that, obviously you're an athlete first. I mean, skiing was probably something that you did as a hobby initially, and then it became a passion. Is that kind of how this evolved?
Yeah, for sure. Skiing was definitely just one of many sports that I always loved doing growing up, and it kind of ended up being the front runner, I guess, at the end of the day, and I still love doing it and want to compete on the world stage, but it's definitely, I think, athlete first for sure.
Yeah.
Any sport, whatever it can be.
Kick a football. Yeah. Whatever, right?
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always good to do.
Very cool. So what about Olympic dreams?
It's definitely on the table. So I was at I actually went and competed for Australia at the Youth Olympics when I was 16. So had I don't know if it counts as experience, but I want to call it experience to give me a leg up. But the goal in mind is definitely the Olympics for next year. Regarding hopefully everything all runs ahead. I know that with the most recent Olympic delays, it's kind of a little frightening for us all, but it's definitely on the cards and one of the main goals for me for sure.
So what's your favorite event?
I think slalom for me. It's the quickest, a lot of fast moving, a lot of technique, and it's just kind of in your face all the time.
Well, you're a more nimble athlete. I mean, you see these downhill guys, oftentimes these are really big men. Right?
For sure.
So, having the ability to kind of use that short area quickness and you'd be like a running back for us.
For sure. I think fast twitch muscles is one of my my backbones, so I got to use it to my advantage, and I think slalom's where that kind of comes into play most compared to a couple of my buddies who are more speed skiers and downhillers. They're 100 kilos plus and big boys. So.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, that's awesome, man. Well, it's interesting how the different athletes, athletic builds and body types are obviously going to lend themselves, just like in football, to a specific position or skill set. So that's awesome, man. Well, it's really cool to get a chance to spend some time with you. I always enjoy seeing you in the weight room and giving each other a little bit of a hard time about, now I got something else I can harass you about. Yeah, how many kilos are there?
I still struggle every day trying to figure out how much weight's on the bar.
But it's all in kilos.
It's all in pounds though.
No. The rubber weights are in kilos.
That's the best part. We don't even get to use them in kilos. Like coach is like, oh yeah, we're doing 250 today on cleans, and I'm like, so what? Like
there's
20s
a
aside.
There's a conversion chart. It's a color-coded conversion
it's like
chart.
It takes like an extra minute.
Oh, you're right. All right,
So it's all in kilos. I could be like, 60
yeah.
kilos, perfect. 1 + 1 is 2.
Okay, well, we'll work on that. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see if we could be a little bit more, international friendly in terms of our weights and measures.
Exactly.
And you keep hanging in there. You can on your watch. You can probably set it to feet and not.
Maybe I'll try and convert myself.
That'd be good, because it's like a second language. You're always going to be able to speak Australian, right?
Exactly.
So, anyway, well, hey man, you have a great personality. I want to wish you a lot of luck and success, and not just here, in terms of your short-term goals at Montana State, what you do on the hill, but reaching for that Olympic dream. And it's really cool to be able to see you do your thing. And if you get out and get a chance to see this guy, it'll be worth your time. He's got a great personality, represents the Bobcats in the first class manner. So thanks for being here, Louis.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Go Cats.